Welcome to Adulting with Joyce Pring. Watch the full video of this episode on my channel, www.youtube.com/JoycePringTV. And if you want to level up your adulting game, check out joycepring.com/collections for my digital products and courses.
Most of the kids lack discipline now. And then with all the temptations in the world.
Yeah.
So that's why I maybe sort of mixed parenting.
Yeah.
So there's still the traditional one, the palo and
Yeah.
things. Because I'm scared for
Yeah.
them
Uh-huh.
in the future because of all the temptations they're
Yeah.
facing.
Yeah.
Daming temptation, like the videos and all.
Vapes. Eh, dyan na kabataan ngayon, puro na lang vape. Mga hindi naman nag-yossi before, biglang nag-vape. Ano ba yan?
Oh my gosh, can I just say? Ang daming
Yung mga you never, kasi you use it for like, ano diba, transition,
transition.
to quit smoking. And they're like, they never smoked, and now they're vaping. I'm like, what?
Why?
Why?
And it's even more addicting apparently than cigarettes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes. And they're getting younger now. And
Yeah.
it's easier to hide. Imagine before, remember, like we're hiding
Amoy
it
na
from-
amoy ka kasi
Hindi,
pag
wala, maamoy
yossi.
ka.
Walang
Pag
amoy.
nag-yossi ka, tapos mag-hello ka sa mom or stuff.
Parang pencil.
Ayaw mong maamoy ka.
Parang ballpen.
But anyway, so going back there, parang ako, I just feel like I really want my kids to make choices because they trust themselves and not out of fear. I think that's like the core, that's the core thing I want to teach them. It's like, I'm actually good. I'm good. And if I choose to vape, it's because I chose to do it. It's because I did the research. I don't know, like whatever I will set up for them na they will how they will go through life, diba? Pero yun, ako feeling ko hindi siya, it's not a big deal, especially because when you say gentle parenting and bringing them up to be snowflakes, that's not what gentle parenting is about. Because for me, I'm super gentle as much as I can be, but definitely it's like I'm not gonna make your yayas clean up after yourselves. Like parang you gotta fix it. Just the same as, if you want to do another activity, okay, let's put it back, let's pack away and do those things.
Can I have a follow-up question
Yeah.
to what she said? How do you teach them resilience when you're gentle parenting?
What do you mean? Like pag they get frustrated?
Yeah, and
Like,
things like
what-
that.
When like, for example, like-
Because oftentimes diba, with gentle parenting, they say, oh, it's okay. It's okay
Yeah.
to feel these
Yeah.
things, ganyan. But resilience would often come from having to deal with something that is difficult.
Yeah.
That you're not being allowed to do
Yeah.
it and things like that. So how
Yeah.
do you do that for gentle parenting?
Like, see, for example, si Vito, he gets really angry if he's building something and then it falls. And then like he's screaming like, ah! And then like, and I just say, it's okay, you can just try again. Let's try again. How about you try again? And then he'll try again. And then this time it's not gonna work again. And then just try again. It's okay. And then I'll explain na sometimes na parang, I think maybe we should do it on a firm floor, not on the bed. Maybe let's try it that way. You want to do that? And then it's them pa rin learning how to do it, changing it. And sometimes he gets mad at me if I make a mistake. So I'll just say, oh, I'm sorry, mama made a mistake, but it's okay. We all make mistakes and it's all right. Are you angry at mama? And then sometimes they'll say, yeah. And I'll say, oh, it's okay. You want to take some time apart? Then I'll be like, mm-mm. And then, but sometimes he'll be like, no, hug me. And wala lang, I don't know. I think no one will really know if there's a perfect formula for anything really. But I really let our emotions take the lead. Na we are allowed to feel, but we should learn how to regulate. Meaning, I'm very angry and I know what I'm feeling and this is what I'm gonna do about it. I'm angry, so I'm gonna just go and take some deep breaths, knowing what to do about the emotion. Yun yung gusto kong magawa. And I feel like that's really gonna help them prepare for this rough world.
Ang galing, no? You guys have the same idea, but different paths. Because you can say that, yes, it's a rough world, and then somebody will say, oh, then I have to discipline them to be ready for the rough world. And then you say that, yes, it's already a rough world. Why do you have to create, that kind of same type of parenting?
Yeah, because I want them to see me and Jim as their safe space. So parang, I don't want them to be like feeling like they're not safe in the house. Not to say that you're not making your kids feel safe, pero like, yun yung gusto kong ma-feel nila na hindi sila aalis because papagalitan or something if they make a mistake. That's why I say it's okay to make a mistake because I want them to know na you can come to me if you make a mistake, you can come to me and I'll listen and I'll help you through it if you need someone to listen to you and not hide it. Yun, because that's what's gonna bring them to vaping.
Yeah.
Circling back. That's so true. Okay, Sab, a question for Diane in traditional parenting.
Do you see after this talk, do you see yourself like opening up to maybe incorporating more gentle parenting in your routine? Or
I'm trying.
you are?
Yeah, I'm
Oh.
trying now. But
Wow.
there's still more 70% of traditional
Yeah.
and 30% kasi my son is a goal achiever. So every time I punished him, the next day he comes back, Mommy, look, I got perfect. It's not about the grades. I'm not good in school, but I'm here. Yeah. And then he comes up with me, look, it's okay with your grades. And I feel defeated. Parang he's trying his best to win me because I always get mad at him for always in the iPad. And then I'm not seeing him in the more good way. But then he comes back, look, Mommy, my grade is perfect. And then I didn't see him study.
Yeah.
So parang I feel guilty, like always disciplining him or something like that.
Yeah.
So there are days that I'll be gentle to him, like, okay, go iPad, go whatever you want to do. And then, but there are days like too much chaos in the house. I get so angry at them. But trying to lean on the gentle side because he's already 10 years old, so he has the mind on his own already.
It's a lot of work talaga yung
More patience.
Lots
As
of work.
in lots and
But
lots
through
of
that,
patience.
ako rin, parang I'm gentle parenting myself. Friend.
Yeah, that's the word. You have to gentle parent yourself first. Kasi ako,
Because I tell myself, friend, it's okay. It's okay.
It's okay,
It's okay, gigil ka na, girl. It's okay.
But sometimes I think like us, we can control our emotions. How much more for them, right? They're so young.
Exactly.
And then how can they know? How can they control us ourselves? Like if they
Yeah.
get angry, we get angry right away.
With
So,
gentle
sino yung
parenting,
mananalo, diba?
it's really kumare, yung issue with the screen time. Like it's really a challenge now, diba, during these days. And with our approach, it's more of like, well, if hindi mo mapapansinin yung kid, wala siyang ibang activities ready for him, parang ba't ka magagalit kung mag-screen time siya, diba? So parang it's lots of work, meaning like sometimes I'm like, let's get this like random object. Oh, look at that!
Yeah.
Trying to create activities for them para to delay the screen time thing. So it's really a lot of like parang self-work rin about parang preparing the space, and it's nakakapagod and
nakakapagod maging nanay in general. But can we just have a
Especially yung
consensus on
working
that?
moms, diba?
Yeah.
They're so like, I can't blame those working moms.
Yeah.
They're so busy in work. And then we come home and then all the chaos in the house. So
Totally.
more on the traditional side, like, shout, pack away all the things. And then you're stressed from work and then you come home stressed in the environment.
Yeah.
Seeing your kids, like, all the stuff are on the floor.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I can't blame them. Like, if they go traditional, those who are working.
Yeah.
For gentle parent, it takes a lot of patience. So if you're stressed in work, and then how can you be patient when you come home? Something like that.
Yeah, I think, with gentle parenting, if I may add also, what really makes it difficult is it takes a lot of work on your end as a parent to regulate, to self-regulate, to also try to be more empathetic than just have all these expectations of kids. And that's why it's really more difficult. And I get what you're saying, Ana. If it's traditional kasi, you're focused on dapat ganito, dapat ganyan. Pero pag gentle parenting kasi, alam kong dapat ganito, pero naiintindihan ko kung bakit ganyan. And that takes a lot of personal healing and work that, you're right, not a lot of people talaga have the energy for and have the capacity for.
Oh, I value the help we have at home. Because you know, I can imagine if you're doing it all by yourself. I mean, great partners are hard to come by, diba? And the help at home talaga, it allows me to be more patient.
Ito yung,
There's a lot of
depends ba,
leeway.
parang hindi ko na kailangan isipin yung laundry because
Yeah.
I have Lani, if you're watching, at home, and it's like I have more patience because the work I want to work, the housework I want to focus on is creating the best environment for the kids.
Which you can focus on nga if you have
Yeah,
help around the
yeah,
house and a
yeah.
great partner.
I think it's also balance.
Mm.
My husband is the gentle parent.
Oh.
I'm the traditional one.
Yay.
So he's the silent one.
Bad cop, good cop pala sa bahay,
So
ganon.
he's the silent one.
Oh my gosh, ano ba parang ganun nga yung tema talaga ngayon, no? Minsan si Jim talaga, my husband, he's like, sabi, ayaw niyang anuhin. Tapos ako parang, excuse me, Jim, hello, you're the parent here. Kasi he's like, ayaw niya ibalik yung drumsticks. Tapos ako, okay, just take it from him. And it's like, yeah, he wants me to be the one to be like, I'll handle it. But he's learning na rin na, it's teamwork.
Teamwork, yeah.
Don't let me do all the dirty laundry, ganon. I love that. Okay, well, I guess a final word for a lot of the parents out there. Diane, let's start with you first. If they want to try traditional parenting, make your case why they should do it.
Okay, so if you want gentle parenting, no, sorry.
Freudian slip! Nag-change na daw siya ng mind. We got her.
If
We
you
got
want
her.
old parenting,
We want someone over.
just don't do the palo one. You can discipline them like the way you were brought when you were still young, but except the palo one because they will become more rebellious for me. As what I've seen with every day with the kids. Yeah, I think that's it.
Yay.
Sab?
If you want to try gentle parenting, that makes me so happy because that would mean more emotionally mature adults in the future. And I feel like there are a lot of emotionally repressed adults running this world, and I just feel like we've got to make a change. And if you're even thinking about it, just think like, would you want your child to have the same negative thoughts that you have right now if you were sorry. I can't look at you. I mean, like, what about your hang-ups and your insecurities? If you do have that as an adult now, parang would you like that for them? Kasi ako, I always think like, oh, I want to change it for them. I want to be a cycle breaker. So I'm really not looking at
Sorry, it's okay.
Look at her in the eyes.
So, usap tayo after. Diba? Tutulungan na ka ng husband mo.
Ay, nako. No, but I think this was a great discussion.
Yeah.
On two very different perspectives on parenting. I just want to say that I know that if you're a parent or if you're going to be a parent and you're watching this, please know that all parents are just winging it.
Yeah,
Honestly,
super.
it's just about winging it. And I love the vulnerability that you guys both shared, which is, Sab, you were saying that, sometimes you're inconsistent with it. And sometimes you feel like there are, you feel guilty and there are negative repercussions to the way that you're parenting. And honestly, I think the best parenting advice that you can really try to soak in is to just learn from the mistakes that you're making and the mistakes that you saw your parents do and try to be better.
Yeah. If I can share lang rin, like just I think yesterday, when I say I'm inconsistent, si Pancho got angry or nanggigil siya and he bit me. And then so I said, Pancho! That's not very gentle parenting, right? I said, Pancho! And then Vito was there and then like he just looked so scared because I don't do that, right? So he looked so scared and then parang natauhan ako and parang I felt like I could have just like brushed it aside, but I felt like I had to communicate with him na parang, hey, I'm sorry, I got surprised and I'm not angry at Kuya. It's okay. It's okay. I'm not angry at Kuya. Are you scared? And then he said, mm-mm. And then I said, I'm sorry if I scared you. So parang allow ourselves to make mistakes because it's okay people make mistakes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Learn
It's
from our
okay.
mistakes.
Yeah. We learn. I don't want to do that. So yeah, parang, but allow yourselves na parang you will keep failing because that's how you will succeed in finding happiness in this world. Diba? Hindi naman pwedeng kaagad succeed ka na diba? So,
can I just say also, to your point, I was reading this book and it said something like, the most important thing that a parent can do is to not make mistakes.
Oh, yeah.
It's about repair.
yeah.
Yun nga, it's acknowledging na, hey, I'm sorry that, did that make you feel
Yeah.
scared? I'm
Yeah.
sorry that you felt scared because
Yeah.
of that. Mama made a
Yeah.
mistake.
Yeah.
And I think yun yung pinaka-importanting skill that we can also teach our children, that when we make mistakes, it's not the end of the world. We can actually take a step towards repairing it. And that's what you were saying also kanina, na, you know, there are days when you feel guilty and you realize na, baka hindi nagwo-work yung ginagawa ko. So parang I feel guilty naman that he feels like he needs to show me this
Good deeds,
diba?
yeah.
Yung good deeds niya or yung nice grades niya, just for me to notice. And I think that's a great first step into acknowledging that, hey, sometimes the things that we try don't work, but the most important thing that we can do is to try and repair and then do better. And honestly, that's really what we try to do as parents.
Yeah. Or maybe let's just like not label stuff. Like, I don't know like if I'm practicing 100% gentle parenting, diba? Kasi what is it really, right? Like I feel like we
There's
just
no
take
manual,
take from all different kinds and do with the best we can. Kasi syempre, you can't, if you are like 9 to 5 working outside of the house and you really cannot, like you'll have to learn to do other stuff. And
iba-iba mga bata.
Iba-iba.
Diba? Iba-iba yung ugali talaga ng mga bata. So it really depends. So I guess we go back to that. It really depends on the family that you are in, the kind of parenting that works for you. But at the end of the day, as parents, we all have the same wish for our children, right? For them to grow up to be joyful, happy, content adults that are ready to face the world and not add to its pains, but actually help heal it. So
please don't forget to tell your children that you love them. Yeah.
Every night.
Every
every moment
day.
that you can.
Yeah.
That's it for this episode of Adulting with Joyce Pring. If you liked this podcast, please don't forget to use the hashtag Adulting with Joyce Pring and also check out www.joycepring.com for the show notes and tag me on social media with you know it at Joyce Pring. I'll talk to you guys again soon. Paalam!